Being 2nd June, our most beloved Param Pujya Swami Shuddhanandaji's day. He was always loving, caring. He used to meet all the devotees cheerfully, and especially when they are leaving, how much love he used to pour. It was a joy to remember him today, and he was a great votary of Rama, and with our heart full of love and gratitude, we remember our most beloved Swami Shuddhanandaji today. And we pray to him to bless us all with a constant remembrance of Rama. He was the great votary of Rama, and he also wrote Mataji's talks also. We all know, with the Divine Mother. So beautifully he brought out. So when we go through, read that as if we are sitting with Mataji. So beautifully brought out. So many memories. As personally also we had a lot of love received from him. He wrote a letter, still we keep it, with so much pouring love into words. Only he can do it. So, as Anandashram devotees, we all pay our homage at his lotus feet today. Now, we will have, today, first we will have Satsang, then Ram Nam 4 p.m. to 4:30. So, what do we have? It is glory of the divine name. What Papa says, let us try to recollect it. Papa says, he who has unshakable faith in the name is saved. He who has unshakable faith in the name is saved. In all weathers, cling to the name of the Lord. It is the one plank which does not allow the man who hangs on to it to sink and be lost. The name is the Lord, the Guru, and all in all. In all weathers, cling to the name of the Lord. It is the one plank which does not allow the man who hangs on to it to sink and be lost. The name is the Lord, the Guru, and all in all. Japam purifies the mind and enables the aspirant to attain the knowledge of truth. Japam purifies the mind and enables the aspirant to attain the knowledge of the truth. These are the Papa's words we are going through about the Nama chanting. Weakness is felt only when God is forgotten. We feel weak only when we forget the God. And the simple way to remember him is to take his name constantly. These are the Papa's words. Let us cling to his glorious name with all love and faith, and let him do what he pleases with us. Ours is to realize our immortality. Let the whole life be lived out as an offering to him who has brought us into being. Let his name be ever on our lips and in our minds. Let the whole life be lived out as an offering to him who has brought us into being. Let his name be ever on our lips and in our minds. Repetition of the holy mantram purifies the mind. Repetition of the holy mantram purifies the mind. Satsang elevates you and grants you right knowledge. Last comes Guru Kripa. The awareness of it makes you realize that you are the embodiment of an eternal existence full of bliss and peace. Constant repetition of Ram Mantram and practice of meditation will give you the needed strength and courage to overcome all weaknesses of the mind and the heart. Repetition of the Ram Mantram, meditation on the attributes of God, and surrender of all your actions to the Lord form the way. Repetition of the Ram Mantram, meditation on the attributes of God, and surrender of all your actions to the Lord form the way. When the Lord's name is on our lips, we need not be afraid in this world or in any other world. Do not forget that you are the immortal truth. A heart that wells up with love is the very heart of God. God is Nirguna, but He is also Saguna, as pure, spontaneous, universal love. We can tune ourselves to this love through the melodious music of His name. The easiest method by which we can keep God remembrance is repetition of His glorious name. Be always cheerful, fearless, and free. The easiest method by which we can keep God remembrance is repetition of His glorious name. Be always cheerful, fearless, and free. The divine name is the one refuge for the man struggling for the darshan of God. The divine name is the one refuge for the man struggling for the darshan of God. Indeed, the power of God's name is simply marvelous. It can take man to the highest and the loftiest truth of world existence. The name grants him a state of unalterable freedom, bliss, and peace. Direct your vision inward and realize the glory of the Atman. Direct your vision inward and realize the glory of the Atman. The key that unlocks the door to the spiritual kingdom within you is Ram Nam. Direct your vision inward and realize the glory of the Atman. The key that unlocks the door to the spiritual kingdom within you is Ram Nam. You may call him by any name you like, but the truth is always one and the same. There are so many, so some of the Papa's quotations we could go through. So, Papa says, make your faith in the name quite unshakable and repeat the name at all times. You will know in the course of time that a mysterious power within you is awakened and is infusing courage, strength, and joy in all your activities. Make your faith in the name quite unshakable and repeat the name at all times. You will know in the course of time that a mysterious power within you is awakened and is infusing courage, strength, and joy in all your activities. There are so many. Anyway, let us see the glory of Ramanama. Today being our beloved Swami Suddhanandaji's 2nd June is Suddhanand Swamiji. So he loves Ramana. So whenever he used to go anywhere, first is Ramnam, 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 Ramnam. So the glory of Ramanama. Tulsidas was a great devotee of Lord Rama. the avatar of Treta Yuga. He wrote, we all know, no? He wrote Ramacharita the Ramayana in Hindi. His original name was Rambola. His father's name was Atmaram Dubey. And mother's name was Tulsi. Narahari Das was his teacher, who narrated the story of Rama to him. Rambola was a pious lord who enjoyed chanting the glory of Rama in verses composed by him. Lord means he was a young boy, you know. People who watched him thought that he would become a great ascetic. There was a family in that village which wanted to give away their daughter in marriage to Tulsidas. They approached Narahari Das with a marriage proposal, but Tulsidas rejected the offer. With the passage of years, Narahari Das was getting old day by day. So he thought that he should get Tulsidas married so that he could feel the pinch of responsibility. After considerable persuasion from Narahari Das, Tulsidas finally agreed to marry the girl Ratnavali. Her name is Ratnavali at last. From the second day of the marriage, mad love for Ratnavali started in Tulsidas. He was madly enamored of her and would not part company with her at any time. He did not allow his wife to visit her mother's house even once. He would eat food all the time, gazing at her. 3 years passed in this manner. One day, he was compelled to allow his wife to visit a bereaved family, to allow his wife, he has to allow because somebody, some relative of his loss was there, passed away. So he allowed his wife, he could not help it. He was compelled to allow his wife to visit a family who was lost somebody in the family, which was related to Ratnavali. They are relatives. Tulsidas said that he also had a similar errand to undertake. But before leaving the house, he strictly instructed his wife that she should not go anywhere. On her return from the bereaved family, she found that her husband had not yet returned. She wanted to avail this chance to go and see her parents. She locked the house and went to her parents. Ratnavali used to wonder why Tulsidas, who had devoted all his time so earnestly and intensely to Rama, gave up his entire spiritual endeavor after marrying her. She decided to spend that night in her parents' house. People used to go to bed between 7:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. in those days. So Ratnavali and her parents went to bed early after bolting the doors. Tulsidas returned to the village at 10 o'clock at night. When he went to his house, he found that it was locked. The neighbors informed him that Ratnavali had gone to her parents' house. It was raining very heavily. Then. Though drenched completely in the downpour, he walked to the house of Ratnavali, his clothes soaked in rain. Ratnavali saw her husband drenched in rain. Water was dripping from his clothes. She became enraged with his infatuation and said to him, "Fie on you! Why this mad infatuation for this body which is full of flesh, urine and stool? Why are you getting attached to this body? There is nothing great about this body." Such infatuation is unbecoming on the part of one who used to chant the name of Rama in unceasing glory. You are a person of taking Rama's name, glories, and such a great one. Why are you getting attached to this body? You would have been liberated by this time had you diverted all the fervor of your love to Rama. You have turned into a madman, oblivious of the high goal of your life. The words of Ratnavali found their mark on Tulsidas. Suddenly he was awakened for that words. He turned away from her and walked his way to Prayag and stayed there for 3 days. From there, he went to the Chitrakuta mountain. He considered his wife as his teacher because it was she who had opened his eyes. He was fully, attached to his wife and body. But she really felt from within and then told him, "See, you are such a great devotee of Rama. You used to sing his glories, his name. What is happening to you?" So awakening came to him. So he started thinking she was his teacher. So he considered his wife as his teacher because it was she who had opened his eyes. The glory of the name of Rama is very great. Long ago, Prachetas composed 100 crore slokas, 100 crore slokas, verses. Devas, demons and humans distributed these slokas amongst themselves. Out of 100 crore slokas, each of them got 33 crores, 33 lakhs, 33,333 stanzas. Each devas this much, and again demons also and humans also. Same. Tulsidas thing. Yeah. But one sloka which consisted of 32 letters remained. All slokas after distribution, one sloka, 32 letters were remained. Then devas, demons and humans distributed those 30 letters, each getting 10 letters. So 32 was left, 30 was distributed among three groups. So 2 are left over. After the distribution of 30 letters, only 2 letters remained. The 2 letters were Ra and Ma. Ra and Ma, adding up to make the word Rama. This word Rama consists of 3 bijaksharas, each standing for supernatural forces. Ra is the Agni Bija, fire principle. Ra is the Agni Bija, fire principle. Ra is the Agni Bija, fire principle. A is the Surya Bija, sun principle. Ma is the Chandra Bija, moon principle. Hence, when we utter Rama's name, the Surya Bija dispels the darkness. That is Ra. The Ra, Surya Bija, dispels the darkness. Then Ra is the Agni Bija, no? Agni Bija, that is Surya. Surya means Agni. No, there are three Bija Aksharas, each standing for supernatural. Ra is the Agni Bija, fire. Ra is the Agni Bija, fire principle. So the Agni Bija Ra, the Agni Bija, that is Ra, destroys sins. Then A is the Surya Bija, that is sun principle. The Surya Bija dispels the darkness. Then Ma is the Chandra Bija, moon principle. So the moon principle, the Chandra Bija gives coolness. The Chandra Bija gives coolness. So the Ram Nama is very, very powerful. Today we were remembering all this glory of Ram Nama because Suddhanand Swamiji's 2nd June, no, today? Suddhanand Swamiji is no 2nd June. So Suddhanand Swamiji was votary of Ram Nam, no? He used to love Ram Nam. So on that occasion, special occasion, so you all know Nalini Amma, no? You all must have seen. So Suddhanand Swamiji's papa's grandson. He used to serve here in the ashram. Very loving person. Very learned person. He has also written Mataji's talks. The book name is With the Divine Mother. 3 volumes are there. Mataji's, whenever she used to speak, he used to write down the diary. Then later it was brought out as a book form. When we go through picturization, when you feel really you are sitting with Mataji and the things are going on. So beautifully brought out. So he was a great votary of Rama. So neither the establishment of an equal society, nor a modern education system, nor even a new religion is the need of the hour today. The need of the hour is a band of people with a pure heart. It is of no avail if you strive to achieve things without cultivating purity. Unity leads to purity. Unity leads to purity. That is oneness. No separateness, no otherness. Papa used to say, otherness sets limit to illimitable. Unity leads to purity, and purity brings in divinity. Enmity starts where there is no unity. Enmity starts where there is no unity. It is by constant contemplation of divinity that we can achieve purity. Otherwise, it is not possible. There is one more stanza, very nice, this saying is there, we will just go through. A magnet attracts only iron. A magnet you all may be knowing, attracts only iron. It does not attract gold, silver, please come, gold, silver or any other metal. No other metal it attracts. God is the magnet. God is the magnet and the devotees are the iron. God is the magnet, devotees are iron. Other persons may be great scientists, doctors, philosophers, scholars, intellectuals, politicians, etc. But they are like precious metals such as gold and silver. The magnet will not attract them. Beautifully brought out. God attracts only those devotees. God attracts only devotees. Devotees are like iron. Devotees are like iron. God attracts only devotees. Devotees are like iron. But they may take on themselves rust and dust of worldly desires. The devotees, what do? They may take on themselves rust and dust of worldly desires. When you remove the rust and dust, God will rest in liberation. When you remove the rust and dust, God will rest you in liberation. God will rest you in liberation. If you have dust, He will give you test. If you have dust, He will give you test. To remove that, dust, He will give the test. Worldly desires are the dust. Worldly desires are the dust. The dust causes the rust. The dust causes rust. Rust makes the iron lose its capacity and strength. Rust makes the iron lose its capacity and strength. You should cleanse your heart by doing namasmarana, repetition of God's name daily. Beautiful. We'll read once again. A magnet attracts only iron. It does not attract gold, silver, or any other metal. God is the magnet and devotees are the iron. Other persons may be of great scientists, doctors, philosophers, scholars, intellectuals, politicians, etc. Politicians. But they are like precious metals such as gold and silver. The magnet will not attract them. God attracts only devotees. Devotees are like iron, but they may take on themselves rust and dust of worldly desires. They may take on themselves rust and dust of worldly desires. When you remove the rust and dust, God will rest you in liberation. When you remove the rust and dust, God will rest you in liberation. If you have dust, He will give you test. If we have dust, He will give the test. Worldly desires are the dust. The dust caused the rust. Rust makes the iron lose its capacity and strength. So you should cleanse your heart by doing namasmarana, any name of the Lord. Here we all do Ram Nam. Repetition of God's name we should do daily. So now we will do Ram Nam today. 15 minutes slow Ram Nam, then another 15 minutes mental chanting. So what we have to do to remove our dust of desires? Repetition of Ram Nam, Namasmarana. Daily we should do. So by God's grace, He is making us do every day by His grace. So we will try to do Ram Nam. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai 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 Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Shri 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 Ram. Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Beloved Papa used to say, utterance of God's name is to make the mind ultimately still, free from thoughts. In that stillness, you know and realize God. These are the Papa's words. So suddenly, he made us to repeat his words. So when we chant mentally, we should remember we are chanting to make the mind still, free from thoughts. Now we will do mental chanting. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. O beginningless and endless Parampuja Papa, you are all pervading. You have manifested as the entire universe, and you reside in everything. We pray for your blessings on our Parampuja Swami Muktanandji for completing blissful yatra, UK and US, and return. This is our humble prayer at your holy lotus feet. And we also remember today Pujya Swami Shuddhanandji, 2nd June Mahasamadhi Day, with heart full of gratitude and love. The cheerful, childlike face comes into our heart. We are all blessed, and all Anandashram devotees. No one will be there whom he doesn't. They all know Shuddhanand Swamiji. Everyone feels Swami is theirs. And his dedication and Alniyammas and Shuddhanand Swamiji's is uncomparable for the ashram. Once again we pray for his blessings on all of us on this special auspicious occasion. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams to you all. Hari Om.